And just a little general advice before you guys leave in 3 minutes. I was in these seats that you guys were in too, so some of the advice that I wish I had learned when I was younger in college was don't worry so much, cultivate really good habits, nurture your friendships every day, live an unhurried life. I know it's hard, thank God for Berkeley time. Helps a little bit. Be optimistic, celebrate all the time, find a close group of people that you belong to, that you feel like you fit in. Have a purpose in life or purposes in life. Be passionate in the things that you do, and nurture real friendships and real relationships. And sometimes changing the frame of mind instead of how do I feel about this person, value yourself too and say, ooh, how does this person make me feel? That is especially important when you go into relationships. A lot of people are like, oh, I like this person because they have all these titles, or they're really smart, or they're super good looking. That's all fantastic on the paper, but also frame it into, how does this person make me feel when I'm with them or when I'm with her, or they, or all the other pronouns out there. Don't keep in touch, sorry. But yeah, like, how does this person make me feel? Anxious, stressed, or really happy and at peace? Notice that when you go into the world, like even if you're going for a job interview, instead of like, ooh, look at all this fancy company name and all these other things, think of, how do I feel when I'm here? And it takes the stress and the pressure off. Just show up and see, how do I feel? And just nurture real friendships. One of the things that I learned down the line was you invest in friendships. You give something that's big enough, that's a sizable amount, but small enough where it's not something that you miss significantly if you don't have it back. And test it out and see if that person reciprocates. A lot of us get scared to take a big step towards helping someone, a friend or whoever, or a classmate in need. And you can test it out and be like, oh, I'm not going to do it forever and ever, but I'm going to be nice and see how do you respond in kind. And for a lot of people who live in regret world, and that's where basically, a lot of patients come in and they're like, I wish I'd done this when I was younger and been on a better diet and all these other things. Even in college students, it's like, I regret it, I didn't take that IB class or AP class, or I didn't make the best out of this class and whatnot. Understand that regret is living in a parallel universe that just doesn't exist. Because if you could go back in time, you would have done the exact same thing because you were given a limited amount of knowledge. And even if you knew better, like, oh, I should have eaten a healthier diet, patients say that a lot, it's like, yeah, but you didn't learn it enough yet. You didn't learn it enough yet. It takes time for you to embrace life's lessons. And I hope that you guys will take this with you. I wish you all the best of success and joy and great health. Thank you so much for letting me do this.
I'm so invested. It's kind of great.
Oh, yeah. So these are just questions like